Ano po ba ang trabaho ng isang resource speaker ng presidente? Pagka ho ba may maling desisyon ang presidente, will you not volunteer your legal expertise to correct the president? That for the very first time, the term online gaming was mentioned in Executive Order number 13. When the President issued Executive Order number 13, don't you think he legislated?
I am unable to make an opinion.
When the President issued EO number 13, providing for the term online gaming for the very first time, don't you think, Attorney Roque, that the President legislated?
Again, Your Honor, I am unable to answer because that is not within my expertise.
Sir, there's a principle in law. When the law does not provide, we should not provide. When the law does not include, we should not include.
Kailangan din natin ang mas malalim na investigasyon sa sabwatan ng mga inihalal nating mga opisyal ng bayan, mapa-mayor, mapa-congressman, mapa-senador, at kahit pangulo ng ating bansa. Betray the Filipino people, attempting to kill the sovereignty of this nation at ibenta ang ating kalayaan. These public servants abusing their authority must be held accountable. Ngayong alam na po natin, tama na, tigilan na po natin to. Kailan tayo kikilos at magkakaisa? At naway gabayan tayo ng Ama na lumikha ng langit at lupa.
Hindi tayo nag-focus sa sino ba si Harry Roque. We just focus on the issue which is on hand. Meron tayong principle sa batas, res ipsa loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. Yung EO13, kung saan nag-umpisa lahat ng pogos, it was during the time that he was the spokesperson of the president. So, ano bang meron? Bakit naman timing na 2017, spokesperson siya ng president, nilabas yung EO13, pagkatapos may nahuling Chinese national sa Tuba Benguet, Pogo operator, property pala niya, pagkatapos may nahuling document sa PORAC, linking him also to the Pogo companies, pagkatapos may Kasiong na connected pala dito sa Lucky South na dinideny niyang he is lawyering for. Parang nagsabay-sabay na eh. Na if taken together, no? If taken together, there is no other reasonable conclusion but to think na may connection between him and all these pogos. Kasi the reason why I raised the issue of Executive Order number 13, the law which really creates PAGCOR is PD 1869, no? Ito PD 1869, ito yung nagbigay ng first franchise sa PAGCOR. Usually it is 25 years. Maglapse siya ng 1983. So pinasa ng Kongreso itong 9487 to extend the term of PAGCOR 2007 to 2032. Ito yung bagong term niya, no? Kaya lang all of a sudden lumabas itong EO13 na for the very first time ay lumutang yung salitang online gaming. Something which was not mentioned in PD 1869, something which was not mentioned in RA 9487, no? Ang pinupunto po natin kahapon, it is fundamental under the 1987 Constitution na may tatlong branches ng government. We have the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Sila po'y may kanya-kanyang powers at bawal saklawan ang kapangyarihan ng bawat isa. Ito po yung tinatawag natin sa batas na principle of separation of powers. The executive implements the law, the legislative enacts the law, and the judiciary interprets the law. The moment you encroach upon the power of the other branch of the government, dun po pumapasok yung tinatawag nating violation of the principle of separation of power. This is very fundamental under the 1987 Constitution, no? Ito po isa sa mga sa mga importanteng feature ng ating kasalukuyang saligang batas na dapat ay hiwa-hiwalay ang kapangyarihan ng tatlong branches ng ating gobyerno. Now, talking about gambling, gaming, PAGCOR, the statutory law is RA 9487, no? Ito pong RA 9487, walang binanggit na online gambling. As a matter of fact, ang definition niya ng gambling dito, yung cards, cockfighting, ano pa ba yan? Mahjong, mga betting, in other words, hindi online. Hindi online. So, etong online is something which is so new that was never mentioned in RA 9487. Ang pinupunto ko dito, Christian, kung gusto nyong mag-online gaming, dapat sinabi nyo sa Kongreso if we can pass a law. Because the power to enact laws belongs to the Congress. But what happened is, nagpasa sila ng Executive Order number 13, and then suddenly lumutang doon yung pangalang online gaming. And then it brought an impression, it gave an impression na okay na ang online gaming. At ang PAGCOR, dire-diretso na nag-issue ng license.
Okay.
If you will check, no? If you will check, Christian, sapagkat tayo po yung member ng public accounts, member ng dangerous drugs, deputize sa public order and safety, no? Ang napansin ko po talaga observation, ito sinabi ko agad sa mga chairman eh. Sabi ko, are you trying to know, are you noticing already? Pare-parehas yung dates. Pare-parehas yung mga Chinese nationals na lumulutang. It seems to me na parang connected ito lahat. Yung nahuling droga sa Mexico, Pampanga, yung pamimili ng maraming lupa ng Chinese nationals sa Pampanga, and then itong mga lumulutang na pogo dito sa Pampanga, all of them happened during the same time. At itong mga ito rin ay pare-parehas ang Chinese personalities na lumulutang and even government officials behind them. And sobrang nakakalungkot lang na unti-unti parang nagkakaroon kami ng theory na ito bang pangyayaring ito ay produkto ng isang malaking plano lamang? This is what we're trying to discover, kung anong koneksyon nitong mga pangyayaring ito sa bawat isa. Bakit pare-parehas na Chinese nationals ang nadi-discover namin? Kung sino lumulutang na pangalan sa dangerous drugs, yun din ang lumulutang sa pamimili ng ekta-ektaryang lupa dito sa Pampanga, at yun din ang lumulutang ng mga may-ari ng Pogos. When I last checked the questionable reclassification of land in Pampanga, in Mexico, Pampanga, to be specific ang nakita kong date is 2017 to 2019. I am not certain nagkataon ba to? Ang EO13 po is 2017. We're trying to see kung anong connection mayroon ng mga pangyayari ito, kung ito ba'y connected sa bawat isa. Yung ating kinombine na committees, these are 4 committees, no? Committee on Dangerous Drugs, ano pa ba? Public Order and Safety, and then we have Public Order and Safety, Public Accounts, and then Human Rights, no? In other words, ang lumulutang na pangalan at pangyayari leads to one and the same direction. At ito po ang pinipilit nating pag-aralan sa ating ongoing investigation dito sa Quad Committee.
Mr. Chair, this is a common knowledge that Attorney Harry Roque worked as the spokesperson for former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Does our resource speaker confirm this?
Yes, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
And Mr. Chair, can we please direct the resource speaker to describe ano po ba ang trabaho ng isang resource speaker ng Presidente?
as spokesperson, I was addressing the Malacanang Press Corps 3 times a week. I was preparing press releases on behalf of the President, and I was answering queries from the media on behalf of the President.
And will the resource speaker agree if I would say that a spokesperson position is a position of trust and confidence?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And by position of trust and confidence, it means that the President is giving you his full trust and confidence in all matters that might be within or even relevant to the discharge of your function as presidential spokesperson. Does the resource speaker agree?
Mr. Chairman, subject to regular consultations with the President.
And for the information of the committee, by the position of trust and confidence, it means that the moment the President lost the trust and confidence to the person, he can anytime terminate this official.
I confirm that, Mr. Chairman. I was appointed to a position with the rank of cabinet member.
With all due respect to our resource speaker, Mr. Chair, I find it strange na sa dami po ng hearing na ina-attendan niya, both in the Senate and in the Congress, all pertaining to POGOs, he have not come across EO number 13, from which the POGOs or the online gaming started. But I'm sure for the next concern that I wish to raise, our resource speaker is very much familiar with, because this is fundamental in the study of law. There is in law the principle of separation of powers. For the information of the Filipino people, I wish to read. The principle of separation of powers refers to the constitutional demarcation of the 3 fundamental powers of the government. In the celebrated words of Justice Laurel in Angara versus Electoral Commission, it means that the Constitution has blocked out with deft strokes and in bold lines allotment of power to the executive, the legislative, and the judicial departments of the government. To the legislative branch of the government through Congress belongs the power to make laws. To the executive branch of the government through the President belongs the power to enforce laws. To the judicial branch of government through the court belongs the power to interpret laws. I wish to go back to Attorney Roque. Attorney Roque, don't you think that the President encroached upon the power of the Congress when he issued Executive Order number 13 providing for online?
Well, Mr. Chair, first and foremost, I argued that case of Belica. I was lawyer in the Supreme Court for Mr. Belica, and I confirmed the principle of separation of powers. However, as I said, although it is not my expertise, I will give my opinion, my candid opinion. And that is, under our scheme of things, executive issuances, legislative enactments are all presumed to be constitutional unless proven otherwise. So the status of Executive Order number 13, unless challenged in court, is that it is presumed to be constitutional. Executive orders being in the nature of implementing existing legislation, Your Honors.
Mr. Chair, there's a principle in law. When the law does not provide, we should not provide. When the law does not include, we should not include. If the substantive law creating PAGCOR does not provide for online gaming, then no executive issuances should provide for online gaming. Let us all be reminded by the legal maxim, inclusio unius est exclusio alterius. Kung wala naman pong sinabi dun sa substantive law, then the procedural law should not provide. Let us be reminded that the procedural law should always yield in favor of the substantive law. Mr. Chair, I wish to invite the attention of the committee to Executive Order number 13, the presidential issuance which provides for the very first time for the term online gaming, the term that was never mentioned in the legislation that was passed by Congress. In the 8 whereas clause, it says, clarifying the extent of authority of gambling regulators, particularly with regards to online gaming. And then we have Section 3, clarification on online gambling, which technically defines what online gambling is. And then under Section 4, Mr. Chair, it emphasizes the oversight function of the Office of the President over all forms of gaming, and that includes online gaming. I humbly submit, Mr. Chair, that EO number 13 brings online gambling into life. And I do not understand, Mr. Chair, why this should circumvent the law that was passed by Congress, creating the PAGCOR and providing the authorities to regulate all the gaming and gambling activities. Once again, Mr. Chair, I wish to raise the reason why the principle of separation of powers is very important. The principle of separation of powers and its concepts of autonomy and independence stem from the notion that the powers of the government must be divided to avoid concentration of these powers in any one branch. The division, it is hoped, would avoid any single branch from lording its power over the other branches or the citizenry. To achieve this purpose, the divided power must be wielded by co-equal branches of government that are equally capable of independent action in exercising their respective mandates. Lack of independence would result in the inability of one branch of government to check the arbitrary or self-interest assertions of another or others. To wind up, Mr. Chair, I wish to state for the record that when the President issued Executive Order number 13, it is the humble submission of this representation. He legislated, he amended, he repealed the law, an act which violates the fundamental principle of separation of power. The executive should not encroach upon the power to legislate that belongs exclusively to the Congress. Thank you, Mr. Chair.